Area 51, alien hub, or human control lab? Open your eyes. If you still think that Area 51 is just a regular military base in the Nevada desert, you are terribly mistaken. This place has been at the center of conspiracy theories, classified reports, and eyewitness claims for decades. Area 51 is much more than an Air Force base. It's the hub of top-secret projects, reverse engineering alien technologies, and perhaps even a place for genetic experiments on humans. Think about it. Why else would they have it out there in the middle of nowhere? Why all the secrecy? The government wants you to think it's just a regular base, but come on, man. They're not protecting weather balloons out there. They're hiding something big, something they don't want us to know about. Today, we're diving deep into this rabbit hole. We're talking about the history, the conspiracies, the eyewitness accounts, all of it. We're gonna pull back the curtain on one of humanity's greatest mysteries and see what's really going on at Area 51. It all began in the summer of 1947. Picture this, Roswell, New Mexico, a quiet, unassuming town in the middle of nowhere. A rancher finds strange debris scattered across his field. It's a discovery that would change everything. It's not like anything he's ever seen, metallic, lightweight with weird symbols on it. The kind of stuff that makes you question reality. The Army airfield in Roswell gets wind of it and sends guys down there immediately. Initially, they're freaking out. They know this isn't just any ordinary crash. They put out a press release saying they recovered a flying disc. Can you imagine the shockwaves that sent through the community? A flying disc. They actually said it. For a moment it seemed like the truth was out, but then, something strange happens. Higher-ups swoop in, change their tune. The story starts to shift. Higher-ups swoop in, change their tune. Suddenly it's just a weather balloon. The narrative is being rewritten right before everyone's eyes. Suddenly it's just a weather balloon. A mundane explanation for something extraordinary. Yeah, a weather balloon that looks like it came from another planet. The pieces just don't add up. They even show the press some random debris, claiming it's from the weather balloon. But anyone with eyes can see it's a cover-up. But the witnesses, man. The witnesses. They weren't buying it. The rancher, the people who saw the crash, they all said the same thing. This was no weather balloon. They knew what they saw. The material was unlike anything they'd ever seen. It was otherworldly. It wouldn't burn, wouldn't break. It defied all known properties of earthly materials. And then there were the whispers, the rumors of bodies recovered from the crash site. Not human bodies, man. Something else entirely. These bodies, they said, were taken to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, a place shrouded in mystery. But some people, some who were there, they say the real destination was Area 51, the infamous secret base. This was the beginning of the cover-up, the start of the government's campaign to silence the truth about UFOs. A dark age of secrecy was born. They started discrediting witnesses, calling them crazy, making fun of anyone who believed. The ridicule was relentless. They threw out scientific explanations that didn't add up, anything to keep the truth buried. Why? Because they knew, man. They knew what they had found, and they knew it was bigger than anything the world had ever seen. They knew what they had found, and they knew it was bigger than anything the world had ever seen. The truth was out there, but they were determined to keep it hidden. Now, Roswell wasn't an isolated incident. It was just the beginning of a long series of mysterious events that have puzzled and intrigued people for decades. Over the years, there have been countless reports of UFO sightings, crashed crafts, and strange lights in the sky. These sightings have been reported by people from all walks of life, from farmers to pilots and even military personnel. And where do you think all that evidence ends up? That's right, in the highly classified and heavily guarded Area 51. You got it, Area 51. This place is shrouded in secrecy, with layers of security that make it nearly impossible for outsiders to get a glimpse of what's really going on inside. It's like the government's own little toy box of alien tech. From advanced propulsion systems to materials that defy our understanding of physics, the possibilities are endless. They've got scientists working around the clock, trying to reverse engineer this stuff, figure out how it works. These are some of the brightest minds in the world, dedicated to unlocking the secrets of alien technology. And they've made some serious progress. Breakthroughs that seem like science fiction are becoming reality thanks to the relentless efforts of these researchers. Think about it. Stealth technology, fiber optics, advanced radar systems, all this stuff just magically appears out of nowhere in the years after Roswell. It's almost as if these advancements were handed to us on a silver platter. Coincidence? I don't think so. There's too much evidence pointing to a deliberate effort to integrate alien technology into our own. They're using alien technology to advance our own, but they're not sharing it with the rest of us. Why? Power, control, the ability to stay ahead of any potential adversaries. They're weaponizing this technology, using it to stay ahead of the game. Imagine the strategic advantage of having technology that no one else on the planet possesses. They're keeping us in the dark while they build their own little empire. An empire built on secrets and advanced technology that could change the world if it were ever revealed. But it goes deeper than that. The secrecy surrounding Area 51 isn't just about alien technology. Some people believe Area 51 is home to even darker projects that delve into the realms of mind control and psychological manipulation. They talk about MKUltra, the CIA's mind control program. A program that allegedly used alien technology to push the boundaries of human cognition and control. They say they're using alien tech to develop advanced mind control techniques, messing with people's brains, turning them into puppets. The implications of such technology are terrifying. They say 5G, AI, all this stuff is just a way to control us, to keep us in line. It's a modern-day form of surveillance and manipulation, and Area 51 is at the heart of it all. This secretive base is the epicenter of these dark projects and technological advancements. It's a scary thought, man, but is it so far-fetched? When you look at the evidence, it's hard to dismiss these theories outright. Look at what's happening in the world. The increasing surveillance, the erosion of privacy, the growing control over our lives. Look at how much control they already have over us. It's a sobering reality that makes you wonder just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Chapter 3. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is where it gets really wild. We're diving into one of the most controversial and mind-bending stories of the 20th century. In 1954, rumors started circulating about a secret meeting at Edwards Air Force Base. This wasn't just any meeting, it was shrouded in secrecy and speculation. The players, President Eisenhower and a group of extraterrestrial beings known as the Greys. Imagine the leader of the free world sitting down with beings from another planet. This wasn't just a meet and greet though, it was a high-stakes negotiation, a clandestine summit that would have far-reaching implications. They were hammering out a deal that would change the course of human history. The stakes were incredibly high, and the decisions made in that room would echo through the decades. This was the Greada Treaty. A pact that, if true, would mark a turning point in human-alien relations. Now, the details of this treaty are still shrouded in mystery, but here's what we've been able to piece together. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with half the pieces missing. The Greys agreed to share some of their advanced technology with the US government. We're talking about tech that was light years ahead of anything we had at the time. In exchange, they wanted something in return, access to human subjects. This was the dark side of the deal, a chilling trade-off. They wanted to study us, experiment on us, maybe even create hybrids. The implications of this are both fascinating and terrifying. And the government, in their infinite wisdom, agreed. They saw the potential benefits and perhaps underestimated the risks. They figured, hey, alien tech is pretty sweet, right? The allure of advanced technology was too tempting to pass up. Who cares about a few abductions? But this cavalier attitude would soon come back to haunt them. But the Greys, they weren't playing fair. They had their own agenda, and it didn't always align with the terms of the treaty. They started taking more people than they agreed to, snatching them up right out of their beds. The scale of the abductions was far greater than anyone had anticipated. People started reporting strange lights in the sky, missing time, weird implants in their bodies. These were not isolated incidents but part of a larger, more sinister pattern. These abductions, they weren't random. They were part of a calculated plan. The Greys were targeting specific individuals, people with certain genetic traits. They were looking for something specific in our DNA, and they were bringing them back to Area 51, to the underground labs where they were conducting their twisted experiments. The truth, if ever fully revealed, would be more shocking than any science fiction story. Chapter 4. This is where things get really creepy. People who claim to have worked at Area 51, they tell stories about the things they saw down there in those underground tunnels. They talk about creatures that defy description, beings that are neither fully human nor fully alien. Some say these are the results of the Greys experiments, hybrids created by splicing human and alien DNA. Others say there's something else entirely, beings from another dimension, brought here through portals the government opened up with their fancy alien tech. Imagine walking down a dimly lit corridor, the air thick with the smell of disinfectant and fear. And then you see it, a figure huddled in the corner, its eyes glowing in the darkness, it's hairless with pale grayish skin stretched tight over its bones. It moves with an unnatural fluidity, like a spider scuttling across the ceiling, and then it speaks, its voice a high-pitched rasp that sends chills down your spine. It's speaking in tongues, but you can feel the malice in its words. These creatures, they're the government's dirty little secret. They're the result of their hubris, their arrogance in thinking they could control forces beyond their comprehension. And now, these creatures are trapped down there, in the darkness, a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Chapter 5. Think about it. Why all the secrecy? Why the heavily armed guards? The threat of deadly force for anyone who gets too close? They say it's a regular military base, but what kind of military base needs that level of security? The answer is simple. They're protecting something. They're protecting the truth about what's really going on out there. They're protecting the alien technology, the hybrid creatures, the evidence of their secret deals with extraterrestrial beings. They don't want us to know because they know we wouldn't stand for it. They know we wouldn't be okay with them experimenting on us, making deals with beings who might not have our best interests at heart. They're playing God out there, and they're doing it with our lives, our future. They're gambling with the fate of humanity, and they're doing it in secret, behind closed doors. But the truth always has a way of coming out, doesn't it? Sooner or later, the walls are going to come crumbling down, and when they do, the world is going to see what they've been hiding. They can't keep it a secret forever. The truth is out there, somewhere in the Nevada desert, hidden beneath layers of lies and deception, and one day, we're going to find it. Outro. Look, the government can't keep a lid on this forever. People are waking up. They're starting to ask questions, demanding answers. And the government, they're starting to crack under the pressure. They've released some documents, declassified some information. But it's just a trickle, man. They're just trying to appease us, throw us a bone to keep us quiet. But we're not buying it. We want the whole truth, and we're not going to stop until we get it. What's going on at Area 51 is bigger than all of us. It's about our place in the universe, our relationship with other intelligent life forms. It's about the future of humanity, and we deserve to know the truth.